Yep.
Let people get in here.
Yep. All right.
Let's see if it's working.
You got your hot doggy dogs here. This is Whitburg's. Here's our pass-it chair.
We are live.
All right. Can you see it on Facebook?
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Oh yeah. Come on, boys. Play me something worth sipping to. Here we go now. All right. Welcome to American Whiskey, where we talk about two of my favorite things, America and whiskey. So grab a glass, grab some ice, drink it neat, drink it however the hell you want. Sit back, relax, and let's talk about where the hell this country's headed.
What's that smell?
Yeah.
Get the fucking donkey out of this room.
Cheers. All right now. That's enough, boys. All right, let's talk.
Welcome to American Whiskey. As always, I'm your host, Big Sturge. Behind me, we've got the one and only Justice League.
How's it going, everyone?
Dougie Fresh's 9-year anniversary with his wife is today, so he will not be partaking in the studio tonight. We wish him an extra special night.
But you never know, Dougie. He may pop in.
You never know. We should probably send him.
I already am.
He already is. Okay, guys. So we've got a little two-parter episode for you tonight. We're going to start out with talking about our wiener hunt. Of course, we have to do that because it's something we're super excited about, and it was absolute blast. Also, we're going to be doing fantasy football for you guys that are in the league. You want to stay tuned. We're going to be talking about anything from the week 1 failures, injuries, biggest surprises, biggest losers, waiver pickups, and any questions you guys might have for us. We're here for you guys. Yeah, we're here for you guys. So with that being said, this weekend, Saturday, we started out our hunt for the best hot dog in the stadium. It doesn't have to necessarily be a stadium. For example, we went to 3 hot dog places outside of a stadium.
4, but
the 4 of them. But the Corn Festival was going on in South Vienna, Ohio. And of course, we wanted to go to that, and they had a lot of places with hot dogs. So we absolutely wanted to be a part of that. So what we did was we came up with a sheet, a hot dog evaluation score sheet that Justice League and I came up with. And it's a 1 to 10 scale, and it's out of 100 or out of 90. Sorry. Then we judged the appearance, bun quality, hot dog flavored, toppings, variety, toppings quality, temperature, portion size, value for the money, and our overall experience. And at the end, this is a part that we didn't grade, but what it is we wanted to add notes and comments and just kind of anything that stood out when we were there. So Justice League, I'm going to let you take over on your score sheet there for our first dog try.
So if anybody watched our video, we were a little confused on the special name. It was the Tiger Dog. It was a not fantastic special dog. It was nacho cheese, I think, out of a machine, and then jalapenos probably out of a can.
Yeah.
Real quick, shout out to Restream. They just said welcome to the show. Awesome to be here. So I gave it a 32 out of 90. The visual of it was just slopped together. Bun quality was 4, nothing terrible about it, but nothing good. Taste, I hated it. Gave it a 1. Toppings variety, such as creativity, gave it a 0. There was no creativity. They probably just looked around the kitchen and was like, what can we throw on this bitch?
The only
Toppings
thing we
quality, 2. Do you really hate nacho cheese, I guess?
No, no one hates that.
Temperature, for me, it was good. Gave it an 8. Portion size, based on the price and fillingness, I gave it a 6. Value, a 3. Just because I didn't like it. Price was good, but I did not like it, so I gave it a 3. And atmosphere, I gave it a 5. So 32 out of 90.
And did you do the regular dog?
Yes.
What is
I gave it a 62 out of 90, so I almost doubled the special dog. I gave it a 6 on appearance, 7 on bun, flavor a 6, toppings 6. It was just your regular toppings that they have outside of a hot dog place. Quality 6. Temperature, I gave my regular dog a 9. I know you're going to hear different from Sturge, but mine was perfect. Portion size, I gave it an 8 because it was a $3 dog. You can't really beat that out of the stadium. Value, a 9. And overall experience, I gave it a 5. For a 62 out of 90. My comments, I put the gate staff was awesome. We're going to tell everybody why we're there, and they love why we were there, and they talked up their dogs. The price was good, but I said do something creative, not bland on your special dog.
Yeah, I like that. So the first one was the regular dog, or no, which one did we try first?
Special.
The specialty dog. So I went down. I'll go down it. The appearance was a 3.5, bun quality 4, hot dog flavor 4, toppings variety 6. Because I do like nacho cheese. I do like jalapenos. Toppings quality, I guess, just a 2. Because like you said, they just was like, what the hell can we put on this that we already have? Temperature was a 4, portion size 8. I thought it was a good size dog for the money, which gave me the value for the money a 10. My overall experience was a 3.5. My notes for you guys at Wittenberg concession stands: get a little bit more classy. Get a little classy. That gave me what would that be? I didn't. Oh, 45 out of 100.
For your special?
Yes.
Out of 90.
Out of 90. My regular dog, I'll go right down. Appearance 0, bun quality 2, hot dog flavor 1, topping variety 0.5, toppings quality 0, temperature 0, portion size 0, value for the money 0. My overall experience of that hot dog 0. And just take it off your menu.
Sturge, let me ask you this.
Overall, with both those combined, it was a 58.5.
Let me ask you this.
Terrible hot dog.
If you would have had the first one we had at the Corn Festival and then the Wittenberg one, which one would you rather had?
The one at the festival.
Ooh,
100%.
that's bad.
Yeah. So total 58.5.
But in all fairness, he did show me his bun. He did show me the hot dog.
It wasn't good.
I wonder if it was something they just put on the roller, didn't think about it, and grab just 2 shitty things.
It just wasn't good. But I will. What's up, Shay? I will say, as far as they had some cute girls there at the check-in saying hi to people coming in. I thought that was cool. Also, the other thing that I noticed was not only were they friendly coming in, they loved it. Oh, Justin, mute him real quick.
He's just situating his.
Yeah,
thing.
once he's done situating himself.
He's good.
All right. No, he's not. Thumbs up when you're done moving things. So what I did like about it, right across the street, it's a small stadium. Most high school stadiums are actually bigger than this. But you had guys up on the hill across from the stadium. They were tailgating. That was kind of cool to see. And then inside the stadium, it was a packed house.
It was.
But Wittenberg is going to have to do a little something on the football field because it was not working for them.
But like you were saying, the people at the gate were enthused by it. As we were leaving, they made sure we tried the dogs. And let's give the quarterback for the other team kudos.
Oh, yeah, he was a dog.
Dude was a dog.
What's going on, beer chugging Bob? Okay, so we'll probably go back again this year, see if they updated their menu at all for the hot dog and
We
to check
just
out the
need
stadium.
someone to let us know that our comments made an impact, and we'll go back.
Justin, check the private chat. So the next one that we went to, our first dog that we tried, is it worthy talking about?
No, we're not talking about the
We
second
went to
one.
one. It was so bad that I'm pretty positive that my hot dogs that are in my fridge I could just eat like really cold. Oh, look, Justin's drum set.
So the second one, it was just, you could tell it was a truck that goes around from fair to fair to fair to carnival. It was not good.
It wasn't
It
good.
seemed like it sat in water for at least 3 hours, and then they put it over a heater. Just not good.
So then the third place we went to for the day was a place called Freddy's. It's a local to Springfield. I'll be honest, one of the better food trucks, and we love Fat Racks, so it's not as good as Fat Racks, but it's good. And I'll start out with their basic dog. Dylan bought the basic, I got the special, so I just had a bite of the basic dog. But the appearance was really good. It was a 6. The bun quality I thought was great. It's a 7.5. The hot dog flavor was 6.5. Toppings, I mean, it's a 5. I mean, they just wanted to know when they ask you what you want on it. Like when you get a hot dog, like what would you like on it? Like you want ketchup, mustard? So I gave him a 5 on that. But toppings quality is a 9 for this basic dog. And just adding the mustard and the ketchup to this thing just really, it was just good. The temperature was a 9. Portion size was a 6. Value for your money, 4.5. Overall experience was an 8.5. Grand total of 62. Now the special dog, 7.5 on appearance, 7 bun quality, 7 hot dog flavor, 4.5 toppings variety. The quality of the toppings I stuck at 9. Temperature of this dog was perfect for a 10. Portion size 7. Value for the money 4.5. Overall experience 8.5. Gave me 65, 127 points when I add them together. Obviously, we don't do that, but in the comments I put, other than being out of the Coney sauce for the specialty dog, which I knew when I bought the dog, so I don't want to judge them too much on that. But we were kind of bummed we didn't get that. So that's Freddy's. Freddy's, great place. Absolutely suggest going to. Their food outside the hot dogs is even really, really good. They got one of the better burgers in town.
Yeah. So I don't think my score on the special dog is very fair because I'm not a huge onion fan unless there's chili involved. Being out of chili, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I gave it a 63 out of 90. I want to give them a fair score when you can actually try it regular.
Yeah, I agree.
The regular dog, I gave it a 9 out of appearance, 9 bun quality,
You love this dog.
8 hot dog flavor, 5 on varieties, just because they have the toppings inside the truck. There's nothing written down. You order a hot dog and they just say ketchup, mustard. I don't know what all you got. So yeah, sure.
Red salmons.
Toppings quality 7. Temperature was 9. Portion size 6. Value of 7. Overall experience 5 for 65 out of 90. I put nothing to hate, above average. # grill marks.
Yeah, he's searching for a dog with actual grill marks on it. He didn't get that on Saturday. Now
I did.
We're excited.
Freddy's had grill marks.
They kind of did. So the last one we saved for last because this was the best dog. Shout out to Peggy Sue's concessions. To be honest with you, we walked up there and I ran up there and told them what we were doing. Every place we went to, obviously I'm selling what we're doing, right? I'm saying, hey, our American Whiskey Podcast, we're going around trying to find the best dog in stadiums in Ohio, but we came to the Corn Festival to see what you guys had to offer. And I think they normally just throw a hot dog on a bun and give it to you.
Well, their special, if you look at their menu, is a chili dog.
Okay. Well, they saw what we were doing. First thing they do, they get this nice toasted bun out. They lay 2 slices of bacon immediately right on the bottom of this thing. Okay. Then was it chili they put right over top of that?
Cheese.
Cheese, just nacho cheese, good nacho cheese. Then they put the hot dog, more cheese, more cut up bacon, just everything you could want on a freaking hot dog they put on it. It was delicious. And I'm just going to tell you, most of these are all 10s for me. Notes, I put, give me another one. because it was damn good. They got an 80.5 out of 90 for me.
So the cool thing about it was when they heard what we were doing, you saw the guy look over and he said, "You want me to make you a good one?" We said, "Do it." This was a dog. My notes literally says served a special non-menu dog that did not disappoint.
And it was deep fried, by the way.
It was deep
folks.
fried, and it made me dismiss my whole argument on grill marks.
And I suggest you guys go look at the video from Peggy Sue's. I put in the captions of the video, the rating by the smacking of my lips and Dylan's face when we took a bite of this dog.
Well, you said you had an 80.5, right?
Yeah, 80.5 out of 90.
I scored it at 80 out of 90, so a lot of 10s there as well.
We're right there.
Peggy Sue's, you're the one to beat.
And Peggy Sue's.
Kudos.
I can't wait to taste a better dog than that because I think it's going to be tough. So that was the first week of chasing down a dog. I think essentially we're not going to do multiple dogs like this. We're just going to go to one stadium. But we had the opportunity, so we did it. That is American Whiskey's dog chasing.
So Sturge, on
episode.
that, I think we do a stadium and then another place that sells dogs, not 6 in one day.
Yeah, we felt like shit. And then we went to the movies and ate popcorn.
I'll be at the Colts Stadium on Sunday.
You better
do a
get
video.
a dog.
Get a dog and do a video.
All right.
Do it for real. And we'll next week's fantasy football, since these episodes aren't going to be real long, we'll talk about it on here.
So, Gordon, if you guys have a place for us to try, send it to us in a DM on Facebook. That way we can write stuff down, and we want to go everywhere.
Is that dogs barking?
It's mine. You can mute me.
No. So what we're going to do now, no, we love dogs. It's fine. So what we're going to do now is transition over to, I think, one of our favorite topics in the whole world. We're super excited because fucking football's back.
I'm
and we
not.
love
I
football.
lost every league.
I am 2 of 4. I went 2 for 4 this week. I was happy. So welcome to fantasy football. We used to call it Cheesy Ponies, but it's Cheesy Ponies still, I guess, but it's brought to you by American Whiskey. Of course, we've got
Mute me real quick.
Yeah, we'll mute you. Can you mute him? It's not bothering us, buddy.
I was telling him to shut up and he'd be
Oh,
quiet.
okay, muted. You're muted. Look at his face when he did it.
All right.
So you're back in.
Do you feel better about yourself?
But before
I hate
we
the
get,
work.
honestly, it stopped. She stopped. He stopped.
Yeah,
So let's go around the horn like we always do. We talk about what we're sipping on. Anyone inside the comments wants to tell us what you're sipping on tonight, but I'm sipping on a Flight by Yangling. It's a 95 calorie low carb beer. It's really delicious, real crispy. Something I'm going to drink a few of tonight. I was debating drinking Burned Out Winery, but it's my last bottle of the American whiskey one, so we didn't want to do it.
I've never tried that. I don't know how good it tastes.
Well, it's a dry wine. You're not a big dry wine fan, and it was aged in a whiskey barrel. You might like it though.
I've been wanting to sample it.
Oh, I'm sure you would. We'll let you get a little taste. Maybe we can get Fred to dig another one out that we can open. I don't know if he has any more, but we can try. What are you guys sipping on?
I got a good old Boosh latte.
Justin's gonna say nothing.
I forgot to grab something.
Oh,
Go grab something, boy.
All right. Give me a second.
So we're excited about this episode, guys. Fantasy football's back. We love football. I love Saturdays. I love Sundays. And I think we go all out when football season's here. I think Sunday we made up a bunch of smoked chicken wings, homemade jalapeno poppers. The wife made that spicy sausage dip. There's literally nothing. Even if you don't like football, you like the food.
yeah.
I mean, that's fair, right? Even if you're not a football fan.
Stadium foods, top of the line.
But it's better than stadium food. I mean, you're not getting jalapeno poppers normally, homemade jalapeno poppers at a stadium. But I was just glad I didn't eat until then because I was so messed up Saturday.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
It was so bad. We'll never do 6 hot dogs in one more night.
I wouldn't say that.
You're probably not wrong. Well, I don't know how they eat 100 of them on a hot dog eating contest. I really don't.
They're athletes.
Now, there is a food challenge that I want to try with you. It's over at the Crazy Tacos.
I seen it.
I think we can do it.
I cannot do it.
I will try.
I want to see you try.
I will try.
Well,
Absolutely.
I'm telling you now, I cannot do that.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to try to make us a winner by me doing it. So nobody's sipping on anything. We got Beer Chugging Bob in here. Shay, Freddie,
Well,
Gordon.
You just messed up. You said, is anyone sipping on anything? First thing you said was Beer Chugging Bob. He's chugging over there.
Beer Chugging Bob's at work, I bet.
No,
He
he's
works.
over there chugging beers.
Probably. He ain't wrong. Now, Justin lives 1.5 miles away from his fridge.
Probably would have been quicker to run a Speedway.
He ain't wrong. Or he could have came over here.
Yeah.
Had one right there. So, but
Is there
yeah.
Jeopardy music on here?
I don't know. Let's see what we got here. While we're waiting on him, let's do Burned Out Winery commercial.
Yes.
If you're looking for a unique wine experience, check out Burned Out Winery. Founded by a team of siblings who turned their passion for winemaking into a thriving business. They focus on crafting exceptional small batch wines from Moscato to tart cherry and spiced apple to their delightful sangrias. There's something for everyone. Each bottle tells a story, complete with a creative name that reflects their journey. Their wines are not only fantastic, but they're also affordable, making them a great choice for any occasion. You can easily order online at burnedoutwinery.com or connect with them on Facebook. They deliver. Whether you're local or out of state, they'll ship right to your front door. Support this hardworking team and savor the taste of Burned Out Winery. This is Big Sturge with American Whiskey.
We had to do our little commercial break while you were gone.
It's fine.
What are you sipping on over there?
I grabbed the Cider Boys first press, but if we're being honest, it took so long because I tried to grab an Angry Orchard in my fridge that had been in there for a while, and it was legit fermented, no longer drinkable. So
It would have been good for your gut. It'd have been good for your stomach, man.
Well, maybe I should drink it anyways.
Heck with it.
It won't kill you.
All right, boys. So we're gonna
taste better.
Well, you like the Cowboys one? I've never had that one. I'd like
the Cider Boys.
Cider Boys. That's what it is. Yeah.
All right. So what's the first topic of fantasy football?
Justin, you want to take it away?
Yeah, buddy. Sorry, I got to pull up my.
Yep, you're good.
So, the first topic we're going to talk about is Week 1 failures. So, who are a couple players each of us thought really let down fantasy owners, and I mean honestly, probably their team's fans in football this weekend? Did you want to start us off, Anthony?
Yeah, sure. So I'm glad to see it just because I hate the Lions, but unfortunately I have Jahmyr Gibbs on like almost every one of my important leagues. Totally played horrible, wasn't good. I don't even want to. I think he had 19 yards on the ground or something like that.
Yep.
It wasn't good. I think he had some receptions,
10.
but 10 receptions.
That might be the most he's ever had.
He had 50 yards total offense.
It just wasn't good. I was disappointed. And Russell Wilson, I guess I had a little bit of hopes for him. I thought. I don't know what I was thinking, but that's just what I thought. I thought Russell would come back, and he's just not Russell Wilson. I think we've seen that the last couple of years. This is a huge letdown.
He has aged.
Yeah.
I honestly think the only reason that they're playing him again this weekend is because Andrew Thomas is still out. Right. I'd be surprised if they bring in Jackson Dart once Thomas is healthy and back on the field.
And I don't hate that.
Yeah. Put him in a situation to actually do something.
Yeah.
All right, who's up next?
Justin.
All right, sounds good. So I picked you guys from the same team, and I'm going back to the first game of this NFL season and the Eagles and the Cowboys. So, I mean, Jalen Hurts' legs were moving, Saquon Barkley's legs are moving, and I think A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith's legs were moving too, but I'm not sure anything was working beyond that because those guys had minimal receptions. I mean, A.J. Brown had one catch on one target for 8 yards the whole game, and Devontae Smith, I think, maybe had 2 catches. I mean, just kind of disappointing because it wasn't like it was a runaway game. I mean, the Cowboys were in it most of the game, And that Cowboys defense, I mean, I'm not really sure I'm sold that they're tough enough in their secondary to shut both those guys down. But yeah, it was disappointing to see. I mean, it definitely hurt a lot of my fantasy teams because I know I had AJ Brown in one and Devontae Smith in a couple, so I
Well,
felt that pain.
I thought Cowboys should have won that game for
I
sure.
was about to say, to piggyback off that, an honorable mention of that game has to be CD Lamb. He
Yeah.
doesn't have
4 drops.
4 or 5 drops. They win that game.
And I don't
Definitely possible.
maybe if they targeted Pickens a little bit.
But
Yeah, he got some.
Yeah, and he made some drops too, to be honest.
I think, did he have a touchdown?
I don't remember.
no, Devontae had 2.
That's right. Dak had 0 passing touchdowns, which I couldn't believe either.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, when they drop him in the end zone,
yeah.
not much you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, Dak played a good game.
He did. I'm excited for Dak this year. I mean, honestly, I think their offense could be. I mean, I know I'm saying a lot, but I feel like the hype that the Bengals got this offseason, I feel like the Cowboys really aren't far off from weapons that equal to the Bengals. I mean,
Yeah.
Dak, when healthy, is a hell of a quarterback. I mean, he's proven that when he's healthy. And then, I mean, CD, top receiver in the league. I mean, George Pickens as a number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then Javonte, I mean, he got the job done. So, I mean, this offense could be good this year.
Right.
Well-
and I'm a huge Javonte fan, so it was really cool to see him come out with the Cowboys and do what we all knew that he could do.
But that's what sucks about fantasy, because Dak, what could have been, he had 7 point something fantasy points and he could have had 25, 30.
Yep.
That's what sucks about fantasy. It wasn't his day.
I started him in a league, and I felt that too.
Yeah, I started him in one of mine, and yeah, I agree.
But like we said, watching him, you thought he had a damn good game.
He did.
Yeah.
But
He
it
really
just
did.
doesn't equate to fantasy sometimes.
All right,
Yep.
Dylan.
I'm going with 101 of 99% of drafts. Jamar Chase.
Yep. I think he's probably off the board on most people's draft.
Now, I will say there is 0% chance this reproduces every single week. Jamar Chase is going to get more involved, whether it's him going out and demanding more targets or whatever. That will not continue to happen. But week 1 failure, Jamar Chase. I was going to go Joe Burrow at number 2, but I'm going to pivot to somebody that in the final 6 weeks of last year finished top 10 quarterback every week in fantasy, was averaging 2 touchdown passes a game, who just threw up a 20 QBR and only 154 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and was too busy watching the helmet shuffle on the video board.
Simply scared. Oh my
Bryce
gosh.
Young.
You wonder what helmet he picked.
That's true.
Well,
We'll
the
never
very next
know.
play, he threw a pick.
Did you see his team looking at him like, what are you doing? They should have just kept Andy Dalton. Is he still there?
I don't know.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, do you think that this is a one-off game for Bryce, or do you think he still has potential to be great this year?
I think
he
he should
finished
have been
last year.
I think he should bounce back, but that would be my guess.
Did they have any changes at OC or coach? I can't remember what happened to their coaching staff this offseason.
I'm not
I don't
sure.
remember there.
Okay.
So you guys say, we all three told our, week 1 failures here, but a question that I had, Justin, is it okay?
Yeah.
All right. Are these, so like as a fantasy football owner, right? Are these guys, what are they worth? Are you sticking with, if you got Jahmyr Gibbs, are you sticking with them? Are you sticking with AJ Brown? Are you going to stick with Bryce Young? Are you going to sit them? You're going to trade them? I mean, all these guys that we mentioned, what do you do if they're on your roster?
I mean, I think of all the guys we mentioned, probably Russell Wilson and Bryce Young probably aren't very highly rostered. If they are, I mean, they're definitely probably droppable to replace with a different waiver quarterback. The other 4 guys, I mean, Jahmyr, AJ Brown, Jamar Chase, at least those 3, I mean, those were first round, early second round picks. I mean, you're hanging with them. And I mean, as far as trade value, I mean, you don't ever sell guys when they're low unless you as an owner think they're going to stay low and think you get someone else to buy on the bounce back. I mean, if you could find an owner, like if I don't think AJ Brown's going to do anything this year and he's going to continue to sell me short, I mean, I could see if someone maybe still believes and get them to sell or to sell something else. But I mean, you're not going to get an equal value to what you drafted AJ Brown for. You're going to get probably a round 3 player. So I mean, really at this point, you kind of have to hold unless you're willing to kind of take a hit and get a lesser player for him.
I think too, it also depends on what kind of league you're in. So if you're in a dynasty league, we just saw it in our league, right?
Yeah.
Not having a quarterback.
Yeah.
Somebody that doesn't have a quarterback, let's say you started Russell Wilson, but you got Bo Nix on the bench, and you're willing to, and maybe another basic quarterback. Maybe you had Daniel Jones sitting over there, so you're going to start Daniel Jones. You still got Bo Nix on your dynasty, and you're thinking to yourself, you know, this guy needs a quarterback that's starting. You might be able to get something maybe small for your bench for Russell Wilson or and definitely Bryce Young, I would assume. But it's just all depends on, because when you're talking about the regular leagues, what are those called? PPR leagues or whatever?
Redraft.
Or just a redraft league. Not PPR, sorry.
It's a
but-
form of redraft.
My bad. Yeah. So Bryce Young, you know, and Russell Wilson, those quarterbacks are, you could go every week picking up a quarterback in those leagues. Every week there's going to be quarterbacks available. Dynasty leagues, it's not necessarily the case. Everyone's stashing quarterbacks, you know, and so depending on the situation, you know,
Or
you
super
can,
flex.
yeah, or you can, yeah, exactly. So go ahead, Dylan.
This is my hot take of this year's fantasy football.
Are you going to,
I'm only going with one player. I'm only going with one player out of the week 1 failures. If you drafted Jahmyr Gibbs in the first round or late second, wherever you got him,
First round.
you sell high right the fuck now. You saw last night in the Bears game what Ben Johnson's style of football can do, and the Lions are missing that already. I really think by the end of the year, you're going to see David Montgomery outsnapping Jahmyr Gibbs every single week. That offense is not running like it did last year, and Jahmyr Gibbs is going to fail because of it.
I don't hate that.
It's a hot take on the out snapping component. I mean, I don't know that I buy that per se. I mean, I definitely, coming into the season, wasn't high on the Lions offensive players just because, I mean, Ben Johnson was, I mean, we saw the Lions struggle to compete in that division prior to Ben Johnson joining that team. And then once Ben Johnson came on, the last 3 years, their offense has been outstanding. And I think we all got used to that and expected that to continue without Ben Johnson. But I do believe with you, I mean, Dylan, that this is the case of the offense just isn't going to be the same without him. So, I mean, they're going to have to adapt early on to what the new OC wants. But, I mean, there's no guarantee they'll ever get back to the form they had with Ben Johnson. I mean, I still think Jahmyr Gibbs is the guy there in that backfield. I mean, the fact that he had 10 receptions, I mean, when you're talking about any type of redraft, I mean, receptions for a running back are super valuable, and it sucks this week that he only got 31. But I do also give respect to Green Bay's defense, and I don't think he's going to see a defense of that caliber every week. So, I mean, next week I think they play the Bears. I mean, I honestly expect to bounce back for Jahmyr next week, even if a majority of his snaps are receptions.
Well, Dylan, do you have a?
Yeah, my rebuttal to that is Jahmyr Gibbs outsnapped David Montgomery 42-25, and Montgomery still got more rushing yards.
By what, 6 yards?
Yeah, but almost close to double the snaps.
How many receiving yards did he have?
31
18.
for Gibbs.
I'm talking about David Montgomery. He had 25 yards rushing and like 19 yards receiving. At this point, I think Gibbs had the better game.
I wouldn't say so in the snap share.
I mean, this may just be a situation where, like, under a Ben Johnson offense, you could have 2 valuable running backs in fantasy. But I mean, oftentimes you don't have 2 fantasy running backs that are worth starting.
Right.
So I mean, this could be a situation where the Lions try to use both, and maybe that they cannibalize each other in a fantasy value perspective.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, but I also see going forward, if Jahmyr's not putting up yards on the run, David Montgomery's probably going to get most of the carries, and he's going to get them when they finally get to the end zone, which they didn't do against the Packers. David Montgomery's probably going to get that. I mean, you saw him every third down he was in. So if they can get inside that goal line, David Montgomery's probably going to get those carries.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But that's what I'm saying about Ben Johnson, because DeAndre Swift had a better game than Jahmyr Gibbs.
And Justin will be right back here. So we'll before we move on to the next topic, we'll wait for him. But I do kind of wonder to myself about this Packers game. Was the Lions a fluke in this game, or were the Packers just that good?
I think the Packers defense showed what they can really do. There was nothing to hate about it. The offense did kind of fluster out at the end, but they didn't need to do anything crazy.
But the offense showed big flashes.
They did, and it's only going to get better and better. Jaden Reed's playing with what was it called? Something fracture.
Yeah, I forget.
Some kind of weird fracture. Golden's just getting his feet wet. Their defensive line's always solid.
Tucker killed it.
And they cut down on Josh Jacobs. He's not going to get that few yards every game. So I think they continue to get better.
But what I did like what I saw in Josh Jacobs was the longer the game went on, the carries got better. That's what I saw out of him. I don't know if it was a little bit of rustiness, but the longer the game went on, the carries that he did get later on, you started seeing those 5-6 yard carries that he was gathering. I think, like you said, we're going to really we're going to see a lot more of that with him, and I think that'll also help open up a little bit of that pass game. So we were waiting for you to move on to the next topic there.
Sounds great, buddy.
Go ahead.
All right, so the next topic is injuries. I know probably depending on who you draft, you might have already been dealing with a couple injuries coming into the season or suspensions. We had a few more this week. I think we still have some that we're uncertain about, like Drake London, Brock Bowers, Brock Purdy, Juwan Jennings. But I know a couple we know are definitely probably not going to play this week are George Kittle and Xavier Worthy. So what are your guys' thoughts on those injuries, and what do you do to replace those guys in your lineups?
This is kind of a twofold kind of answer because it's kind of going into the waiver wire as well. George Kittle, you either hope that you had a second tight end or hope that whoever you pick up scores you a couple points because he's a tight end that's very hard to replace in your starting lineup.
And again, I think it depends on the league, right? Obviously, you're not going to George Kittle. You're not going to let him go. You're just going to put him on injured reserve. When's he come back?
They said it's only going to be a couple weeks.
Injured reserve is, I think, it's four games guaranteed.
So, that question is, what do you do with him if they're rostered? Are you guys going to keep these two guys on your team, or are you going to try to get something out of them, or are you just going to release them and then just attempt to do what you can, picking somebody else up?
I personally, and if it gets too loud, you can mute me because my girls just got home. So
no, you're fine, man. We got.
But yeah, with both those guys, those are players that you don't drop ever unless they're out for the whole season. Hopefully you're playing in a league where you have an IR spot. If you aren't, then you should probably ask your commissioner to modify that as soon as possible, because this happens every year. But George Kittle, you're looking for another tight end out there. I won't give him away now, but I know that when we get to our waiver segment, we are going to offer a couple tight end options that probably will be decent replacements based on how they performed in week one. Another consideration, the Niners do have another tight end. I'm blanking on what his name is right now, but I know there's a guy that came in after Kittle and he played all right. So, he could be a potential option too, as you just grab Kittle's backup. And they're still going to continue to use the tight end. Xavier Worthy, I think we saw once he was gone. Rashee Rice is still suspended for 5 more games because he got a 6-game suspension. But there are multiple options that Mahomes went to on that roster. With Hollywood Brown, he was the main one. He got the most targets and probably is the one I would go for. But just kind of keep an eye on next guy up in those situations.
I agree with that.
So I was looking, and there's with like George Kittle, if you can get him on the IR, there's a guy named Noah Fant that I think has had the skills to be a good tight end in the league since he's been with Denver. But he had a great game with the Bengals, and I think that's something like if Kittle's only going to be out for a couple weeks, he's somebody that probably is on waiver or probably right. He's probably available.
Yeah, he's probably available.
That you might be able to sneak away with.
But what scares me about Fant is him and Gesicki are going to split a lot of touches there. There's not a clear number one. Both of them are going to split.
Yeah, I too don't know if – I mean, I think Fant's one to keep an eye on. He definitely has the talent, but I don't know if I'm quite ready to pick him up yet because I think most of his points came off of a touchdown. I didn't see his final stat line for receiving.
I am willing to.
And that's fine. I mean, if you believe in him, go ahead and pick him up.
I always have. I always have. But it's probably going to be a gamble if you do.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many mouths to feed in that offense too, with Higgins and Chase. I mean, I think Bengals tight ends have always been ones where they get a touchdown and they're great, or they don't, and you kind of wish you had a different tight end that week.
Yep, I agree. So that's the the injuries.
Yeah, the other injuries weren't anything significant. Everybody else is pretty much supposed to play this week. So you guys want to hit biggest failures. What about your biggest surprises of week one?
I like this one.
Well, let's see. Anthony, you're up first, buddy.
All right. So I since the Vikings drafted JJ McCarthy, I do not like Michigan, but I was always a fan of JJ McCarthy. I think he's intelligent. Maybe not the biggest arm in the league, but I think his intelligence and the way that he manages the ball, you saw it when he was in Michigan. He has every part of a quarterback that you want when it comes down to providing a good quarterback job and decision making. I mean, he threw a pick, last night, but what you saw was those first two quarters were a little rough. I was not surprised by that. Simply because he sat out all last year.
Yep.
He has never played in an NFL game. And what you saw every snap, you just saw him sitting there and get a little bit more comfortable. We saw a big surprise there with JJ McCarthy. He came when it came down to winning that game, he won it for him.
Well, Serge, I sent you a message right at halftime. And I said, worst quarterback in the NFC North.
And my response was, relax. He hasn't played. This is his first game. He's essentially a rookie.
And I bit my words.
So I liked him a lot. It was a really good surprise, and I'm happy for him. But I got to say, my favorite one of them all, as Packers fan, he led us for many, many years. Aaron Rodgers just didn't have a good game. Justin, you said it earlier. He didn't just have a good game. He had a phenomenal game.
Touchdowns?
4 touchdowns. Good decision making. You saw he does look a little rough moving around.
But that kind of wore off as the game went on.
It did. It just looks like an old guy in the pocket, but you can tell as long as that O-line is going to keep him safe, he's going to have a big year. So those are my 2 surprises: 41-year-old man and a 24-year-old kid, shutting haters down.
Different spectrums. I love it.
The Steelers had me worried start that game off. I mean, the Jets were moving on that defense with ease. So
and Justin Fields was killing it.
Yeah.
So Justin, what do you got?
All right. Well, my biggest surprises, I had more than 2, but we can only pick 2. So my first one is Travis Etienne. I mean, this was a guy after the last couple of years was left for dead. I mean, he was going at the end of drafts. I mean, like 8th to 10th round. I'm in a couple auctions, and he was like $1, $2 practically free. But I mean, a lot of guys expected Tank Bigsby to eat into this backfield this year. Well, and they even thought that Basil Tootin, the guy they drafted, might have a portion of it too. So this is one of those ambiguous backfields that a lot of fantasy drafters didn't really know how it's going to look. And man, if you drafted Travis Etienne and started him week 1, you're pretty hyped about how it looked because he went off. I think he had 16 carries, over 100 yards. I mean, a fantastic game, the Travis Etienne of old, and I'm kind of upset right now that he's not on any of my fantasy teams because he's a guy I would love to have on my roster right now.
Well, Justin, you kind of hit on that, and correct me if I'm wrong. Even in redrafts, I'm pretty sure Travis Etienne and Tank Bigsby were only a couple running backs away from each other because people were wondering if Tank was going to take that backfield.
Yeah.
And now he's
same thing happened last year too, but none of them were good last year. That was the difference.
And now he's there with a rookie. His carries could go up.
Yeah, I mean, new head coach and Liam Cohen. So I think he's the head coach, not the OC. But I mean, he came over and the offense looked good. I think the receivers and Trevor Lawrence have some work to do, but ETN looked great. And then my other surprise was Tyler Warren. I know Tyler Warren had some hype coming out already, and I as I drafted or kind of looked and watched the drafts throughout the offseason, I noticed Tyler Warren's ADP was rising. But I mean, that dude looks like a dog. I'm pretty sure he was the number one option in the passing game for Daniel Jones.
Dog.
And I mean, what's to say this guy can't be the next Brock Bowers this year?
Yeah.
And just reward all fantasy players that took a risk on him, because I don't think there's any leagues I'm in where he was still on waivers. I'm pretty sure he was drafted in every league. And I thought he was going early, but now I'm like, man, like he could be a top 5 tight end easily this year if he continues to get that type of target.
I love it. Dylan.
I was just looking something up really, really, really quickly. Because there was another tight end that didn't look bad, but he didn't put up the stats because of a little bit of bad throws. Loveland didn't look terrible. But my 2 surprises, one, week 1, because of his injury history and how he hasn't had explosiveness or a drive the past few years, Javonte Williams went out there and put naysayers down, and he's still there.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns on the ground. He carried that Cowboys offense for a while when receivers were dropping the ball. I think he continues that production, and he will put up RB1 numbers weekly.
I loved it. I'm a huge fan of Javonte Williams. I've actually got his rookie card with an autograph on it, and that I've kept. And Justin will tell you, I've been a big fan of Javonte, and to see him bounce back from one of the most gruesome injuries you can get in football that ruins people's careers, to see him confidently come back and go to a new team, new coaching, new everything, and do what he did, man. Props to that guy.
Justin, I want to hear your take on your old guy.
I mean, honestly, I'm excited for him. I was hoping that he would have kind of bounced back in Denver before we let him go. I mean, in his rookie season, we saw how explosive he could be and all the tackles he could break. So it was devastating to have him get that injury, and just sad that he couldn't do it for my Broncos. But I'm glad that he looked good in Dallas. I mean, that was another one of those ambiguous backfields like the Jaguars where, I mean, Dallas kept saying Javonte's number 1, and all the draft guys were like, "Oh no, it's gonna be Jaden Blue." Just watch Jaden Blue.
Yep.
And he was I think he might have been struggling with an injury, so that might have been part of why.
So I actually moved him to my injured reserve the day of the game because they said he was a healthy scratch.
Yeah. But I mean, you had Javonte, Jaden Blue, and Miles Sanders. And I mean, I never had faith in Miles Sanders of that 3. I figured it would be Javonte if he had anything left, and if not, Jaden might eventually take over. But I mean, Miles Sanders definitely proved me right because he didn't get a lot of carries. What he did get, I think he had one big one, but then he also gave up a fumble, which turned the ball over to the Eagles. So, I mean, I think Javonte's got all the opportunities. They're going to give him a chance to be the guy this year, and as long as he continues to be productive, he's going to be the guy all year. So another steal in the late rounds of the draft.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that's my biggest surprise, because how many times do you see these guys get that gruesome injury and they kind of hesitate when they go to run the ball? I think week 1 is where Javonte says, I still got it. I'm going to go get it now.
Yep.
To be fair, his fantasy points were buoyed a lot by 2 touchdowns. I don't remember what his actual yardage was.
It was also game script because they were down.
I mean, you could say that about David Montgomery for last season. All his
Yeah.
points came from touchdowns.
Hey, all you
Yeah.
got to do is find a way in the end zone. Your fantasy
And
relevant.
Javonte Williams is that big, strong back that can get in the end zone.
Yeah. No, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to fantasy players, you can't rely on touchdowns every week. So you kind of hope for that high floor, and then the touchdown gives you that boom to push you over the top.
Right.
Dylan, number 2.
Number 2, I know you're not going to like it, Sturge, but he finished 25 fantasy points. And an offense I was talking about on why I don't think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to succeed this year. Under Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams was playing free. He was out there running the ball. He has an offensive line in front of him. He was actually zipping the ball. He just needs to work on his accuracy a bit. 25 fantasy points for Caleb Williams week 1.
Fuck the Bears and fuck Caleb.
Justin?
What?
What do you
On
think?
Caleb?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the guy I was keeping an eye on going into this year, just because we saw how good Ben Johnson was with the Lions, and I mean I think the Bears have all the potential in the world. I'm not quite sold on their backfield per se, because I don't know that DeAndre Swift can per se carry the workload. I mean, he did an all right job, but Caleb definitely has a lot of passing weapons, and DJ Moore, Adunze, the rookie Loveland, and I honestly still think Kmet will be involved in that tight end rotation. So I think you could take receptions and potentially touchdowns from Loveland. But yeah, I thought Caleb played all right. He wasn't per se a surprise to me, but I thought he played better than last year. Definitely one of my guys that I follow is our boy Tim Jenkins that we had on our podcast a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He does film breakdowns on YouTube, and he did one on Bo Nix this week, and he released one today on Caleb Williams, and went through a bunch of plays, and he kind of was expressing some disappointment in some of the footwork and release from Caleb, a lot of misses, and even on the plays themselves, just a lot of missed opportunities of wide open guys. So, I mean, I think Caleb has the skill and the opportunity under Ben Johnson. He just has some stuff to work on.
Dude,
Which it was week 1.
I forgot about the when we got him on here, Jenkins on here. That was cool. That was a cool one. We actually got him on here for an interview one night, Dylan, and it was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
But if I'm the Bears, obviously I'm gonna do what's obvious. I'm gonna bench Caleb Williams, and I'm gonna put Tyson in there. I'm gonna put Tyson in there. I'm gonna give that Division 2 star, by the way.
You're such a troll.
Excuse me, I'm talking Division 2 star, might I add. $10 million contract extension because they believe in him. They don't believe in Caleb Williams, so they got to go out and pay money.
His rookie contract was bigger than that.
Excuse me. And if you don't have a number 17 Bears jersey and you're a Bears fan, you're choosing Caleb Wacky Williams on your jersey. Shame on you. If Tyson is on, here's the deal. Instead of looking at defensive film, he's at CVS looking for nail polish on sale. Meanwhile, Tyson's at home studying the film,
feeding the dog,
doing his thing, making a great.
You're just jealous of his wicked nails, bro.
So if Tyson is there and available in your league, pick him up.
That's totally not that's not advice to take.
It's the advice that I give. So, and I
do not stand by that, and I would veto that.
No one's gonna watch this show ever again. Pick up Tyler Bagent right now, starting this week.
First off, I'm allowed to have my opinion, and if I could have, you know what, I might get me a Bears jersey. I'm thinking I might now, to be honest.
What did you tell me last night?
I don't know.
When I said I bet on Caleb Williams over on rushing and passing yards, you said, fuck everything about the Bears.
Besides this guy. And I don't, to be honest with you, I don't consider him a Bear. I consider him a Shepherd University Division II quarterback star.
Is that where he went to school?
Yeah, he went to Shepherd University, I believe.
Okay, did you look that up or you knew that?
When would I have just looked that up?
He did not look that up.
I'm a big fan.
Okay.
Massive fan.
I believe you.
And if you're the Bears, you do the right thing and at least give him a shot after that shit game
Negative.
that
Hey.
Caleb Williams had.
That's the only way they beat the Lions this weekend is if they start Tyler Bagent. There you go. Hot take of the week.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that a lot.
I hate it.
Next topic.
One of the biggest surprises, are any of those guys worth trading for, and what would their worth be?
I would trade for Tyson. Yeah, I think so.
Negative. You can pick him up on free agency. I'm sure he's owned by 0.2% of the league.
If I'm a dynasty league, I'm going to try to get JJ, and I think Javonte. Those are the two right there that I think are worthy of being traded for.
I got a question for you. Hot
For me?
take. So, from our week 1 failures,
Mhm.
are there any of these biggest surprises that you would give up one of the week 1 failures for to get?
I would
A
give up
trade.
Jamar Gibbs for Javonte Williams.
Oh, dang. That's a hot take.
I'd agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I'd do that in a
You
heartbeat.
I do not believe
Can
in
you mute me for a second?
that offense.
Yep, I would do it.
Can you mute me for a second?
Mute him. Mute me for a second. Go ahead, Val. You're good.
But yeah, I would do that for Javonte.
Yeah.
Or Travis Etienne, really.
Yeah, I agree, especially now that Tank's gone.
Yep. Travis Etienne
He's the guy.
skyrocketed.
He's the guy. He's absolutely the guy. Thumbs up when you're good, bub. Look at him. He's just getting laid into right now. We can't hear anything, but he's just getting laid
All right.
into.
So the next topic would be biggest loser. Justin will jump back in here when he can. Sturge, you want to take it off?
Yeah, the biggest loser are the Dolphins. They got ass pounded like crazy. It was a huge surprise for me, simply because I always have a little faith in those guys. And let's be honest, I love the coach. He's funny. But yeah, they got totally ass pounded.
I'd agree with that.
Losers.
If anyone would have told me the Dolphins were going to go in against Daniel Jones and just absolutely fuck everything up and let Daniel Jones look like the old Danny fucking Dimes.
Danny Dimes, boy.
Is Danny Dimes back?
Danny Dimes is back, baby.
Can I put a disclaimer out there? I mean, but I get it. Danny Dimes isn't with the functional Giants anymore.
He didn't let
He's
him.
not with the Giants anymore. Do you want me to let you finish first?
No, go ahead.
He's not with the Giants anymore, okay? But the Dolphins had a not very good secondary in the offseason, and the guys they did have got hurt, and they're playing nobodies at secondary right now. So like
NFL caliber players, and the shit that he did on Sunday was good. I loved it.
To back Justin up here,
no,
they didn't have a great secondary already, and then they went and traded Jalen Ramsey.
So are you saying, are you doubling down on yourself?
What, Danny fucking Dimes?
Yeah.
Danny Dimes will finish top 15 this year in fantasy.
I'm fine with that.
Danny fucking Dimes.
I'm like I said, I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying pump the brakes. Let's watch a couple more games and make sure he can do it to more than just a crappy Miami Dolphins defense.
Look, I'm not saying we're trading fucking Justin Fields for Danny Dimes. I'm just saying Danny Dimes is worth being rostered.
I mean, Danny runs the ball. I mean, that's any quarterback who runs the football and can pass decent.
Danny Dimes
is relevant in fantasy.
Excuse me, it's Danny Dimes.
But who is he facing this weekend?
I don't know.
Whoever's going to get dotted up, I'm not playing their defense. Who's he playing?
I'd be at the game. Why would I be at the game?
He's Danny Diamond, your Broncos, for sure.
Good luck.
Good luck. Make sure you get that hot dog while you're there.
I'm just saying, I don't know if I'd start Danny Dimes this week. I mean, unless you want rushing yards.
Well, maybe Dylan and I'll meet you there.
Justin, what is your biggest loser of the week?
My biggest loser. Oh, so you already did the Dolphins. Okay. Yeah, definitely.
You didn't hear me?
Well, I was getting hollered at by my wife because she doesn't know how to read text messages on her phone.
Oh, wow. Shots fired.
Ouch.
Oh, wait. Shade thrown. I need my sunglasses.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, mine was the Ravens team because, I mean, the Bills are great, but there is no defense to be seen, I feel like, by either team that whole game. The fact the Ravens are up 15 points going into the fourth quarter and they lost that game, I think they gave up and they give up 2 touchdowns and like 200 yards to Josh Allen
In the
in
final
a
2
quarter,
minutes?
or it's something the final 4 minutes or something stupid. Like
Yeah.
I don't remember what the exact stats are. Embarrassing performance by the Ravens. I did see a stat that apparently that's John Harbaugh's MO is to give up close games to good teams at the end. So I should have known, I guess. But yeah, shame on me also because I thought the Ravens were going to win that game and they didn't.
The only bright side about that game, if you're a Ravens fan, did you see what Lamar had to say about when he was asked about the fumble?
Derek,
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw what you were thinking about. I know he said that's on me.
Yeah.
He took responsibility for the loss.
He said, how can we blame a guy that was ripping off a 30 here, 50 here, 30 there? He had 100 and what,
2
40,
touchdowns?
140 or 150 something, 2 touchdowns on the ground. He said, we can't blame this game on one fumble from a guy that carried us.
He did fumble at a very inopportune time at a very inopportune
part.
place.
But how often does Derrick Henry fumble?
I'm pretty sure they said like during the game that the last time he fumbled had been a while, like not very often.
Like
So
that.
I mean, I think that was Ed Oliver too.
Yeah,
He's a
that
big
was
dude.
the way the game was going. Bills obviously had momentum and they fed off of it. Kudos to Josh Allen because that was a damn good game. And like you said, Justin, you sent me a text. It was something about damn Josh Allen carrying your dad.
Dude,
Like
that week for me and your dad was up to Josh Allen and Lamar. And after that first half, when I saw what Lamar was doing and Josh, I was like, man, I might have this week in the bag.
And then Josh
like
Allen, fourth quarter was like, nope, I got this.
Dude, it hurt. It still hurts.
But there's not much to do about that.
I had a good performance and probably one of the better scores in the week, but it didn't matter.
Are we still talking Danny Dimes?
No, we're talking about Ravens.
Oh.
We're done now, unless you had something to add.
Nope.
All right, so mine was, even though I think Caleb Williams was the biggest surprise, one of the biggest surprises for me, the biggest loser is the Bears. They're always finding a way to lose a fucking game. You get a pick 6 in the second half of the game, right? It was second half?
Yes.
You have all the momentum in the world. You held them to 2 field goals the entire game. And then all of a sudden, you make J.J. McCarthy look like reincarnated Tom Brady.
What?
That fourth quarter, J.J. McCarthy wasn't missing a fucking thing.
Because he was a fucking dog. They didn't let him. He just got unleashed. Danny Dimes.
The Bears fumbled the fuck out of that game.
You should really go watch Tim Jenkins all 23 on Caleb because there was multiple touchdowns that Caleb could have had if he read his play right. I mean, there was a couple to DJ Moore that he should have had.
Yeah, but then and to be the devil's advocate here, you could do that for every quarterback in the league. You could break down their whole entire game; they're going to all miss some.
Well, I mean, one was
Facts.
One was the one that he threw to DJ Moore in the end zone. And he just overthrew him.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that out of every quarterback, like Sturge was saying, though.
Yeah, but not Danny Dimes.
But that's
right, Danny Dimes, bro. Danny Dimes.
I'm gonna get a dime on my hand, and when people ask
Caleb
me,
Williams.
why do you have a dime on your hand? I'm gonna say Danny fucking Dimes. Duh.
This right here. This is Danny Dimes.
What is that?
This is Caleb Williams. This is my greater than son.
I just didn't know.
Danny.
Like going like
Caleb.
This. Okay.
I would say there's a 2% chance Danny Dimes finishes above Caleb Williams in fantasy.
2%?
2%.
Then don't ever say Danny Dimes again.
That's right. That's Hayden right there.
No, you can call him Daniel Jones from here on out.
That's just like us last year believing in Big Dick Mitch.
I never believed in him.
We loved him because he won a big game, but at the same time, he's not going to be consistent.
Danny Dimes will be. Give Tyson a chance.
No.
All right, so we're moving on to waiver pickups.
Yes, sir.
Justin.
Are you wanting me to give my picks or?
Yep.
No, I want you to talk more about Danny Dimes.
I don't have anything to say about Danny Dimes. You guys have exhausted that topic already.
Doubtful.
Okay. Well, I will go ahead and put a stop to that and give my picks then.
Yeah, go
So this segment, we guys just want to give you guys some waiver wire pickups to keep an eye out for. Waiver wire should go through tonight. So make sure you guys get your picks in before you go to bed, because when you wake up, they likely will have processed. And if you didn't put a claim in, you may miss out on that guy that can make a change to winning your league this week or the rest of the season. So a couple guys that I had picked to keep an eye out for on waivers this week are Harold Fannin. So I know we talked about George Kittle injury earlier. If you're one that only had George Kittle rostered because you didn't need another tight end, I mean, why would you outside of a bye week or an injury? Then Harold Fannin's a guy that really shined for the Browns this weekend. Everyone thought it would be Njoku going into the year, and Njoku got a couple receptions, but Fannin was the guy. I don't remember exactly how many receptions he had. I thought it was maybe like 6 or 7, but I know he had a really good game. He's one of the guys at tight end you can pick up this week to fill in for that George Kittle injury. And as long as he gets the involvement he got this past week, I mean, you might not need to pick up another tight end the rest of the season. My other guy is also related to injury. So we talked about Xavier Worthy being out and kind of hinted at this already, but Hollywood Brown is a target for me. Hollywood Brown had over 10 targets this past game. I think he might have had 8 receptions, something crazy. Clearly a guy that Patrick Mahomes is looking for once Xavier Worthy was out of the game. So just keep an eye out for him and try to grab him if you can.
I'd agree with both of those.
Yes.
So
Me too.
I'll go with mine. The first one, we were sitting here getting ready for week 1 Sunday football, and I had a trade offer in the Dynasty League, Justin.
Yeah.
I had a trade offer of Aaron Rodgers for Cedric Tillman. I
Really?
was so close to taking it just because I have Brock Purdy and Herbert. But at the same time, I couldn't get rid of Aaron Rodgers. So my first one on waiver wire pickups is Cedric Tillman. He proved that he is going to be the target in the end zone other than probably Njoku. He looked solid, and he's still a 25-year-old receiver.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything about Tillman, Justin?
I love that pick. Tillman was one of my late round guys. I was buying all draft season to fill up my bench. I mean, when he was healthy last season after Amari Cooper was traded, he just boomed. And him and Judy are the 2 top targets on that team at receiver. So I foresee more boom weeks to come for that guy.
I agree. And my second one was Juwan Johnson. The Saints are in a very, very scary spot when it comes to quarterback, and it proved that way. Their organization, it just needs to rebuild at this point. Juwan Johnson had 11 catches. Because who else they have to throw to? Alvin Kamara and Olave?
I like Olave.
I mean, I love Olave too. I just don't like the quarterback for that team.
He checked down a lot to Johnson.
Yep.
8 receptions on 11 targets for 76 yards. I like him too. I think
it's available in 50% of leagues.
Yeah, I mean, I would say of the tight end options on waivers this week, I think Juwan's the other one I'm targeting. I think I'd probably grab Fannin first, just because I see the offense being more consistent than the Saints per se. But I definitely love Juwan Johnson as a top tight end to pick up this week.
I'd agree with that.
Am I up or?
Yep.
Or we can do some more white noise. I like
Well,
that.
we're waiting on you, buddy.
I love that. When I was watching the Steelers game, I just kept seeing this receiver keep popping up. Calvin Austin. Really like him over there with the Steelers. I think Aaron Rodgers likes him. And I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. So I believe that he would be a good waiver pickup. And to be honest with you, I don't know how many teams he's on already. I wouldn't imagine a lot because I would imagine he's probably not rostered in many teams.
And I'm pretty sure he's a free agent in a lot of leagues.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I like is Dylan Sampson with the Browns. I think he's gonna. I mean, he's either gonna be good or he's just not gonna be good at all. So, but he's gonna get a lot of touches.
Well, the only thing that scares me about that is Judkins signed. We don't know if there's going to be any suspension or anything.
So it's a gamble. If you're struggling at running back, which most of the leagues I am, and you have to gamble, this is a gamble that you're not going to lose much on.
Right.
I mean, it's a easy pickup that most people are going to chase, but you never know. He could put up a 2-touchdown day and 70, 80, 90 yards on the ground.
I'd agree on that.
And I believe in college he was also a workhorse when it came to catching. So might see some of that with Flacco and him. I know Flacco likes to dump off quite a bit, and that might give some opportunities for Sampson to show what he's got.
That's good take.
Yeah, I love both those guys. Everything I heard was the Steelers were high on Calvin Austin going into this year. I mean, you could tell last year that they liked him a lot too. He's definitely going to be the number 2 to DK Metcalf. But I mean, if Aaron Rodgers can keep doing what he did in Week 1, Calvin Austin definitely has at least flex value with upside. So I agree, definitely someone to target. And then Dylan Sampson, I think on the Quinshon Judkins, everything I've read or heard an opinion so far is when Judkins comes back, he might just eat more into the Jerome Ford role, and Dylan Sampson might still be relevant for a pass catching perspective. So, I guess we'll have to see. I mean, Judkins has missed a lot of time, so I don't know how fast they'll bring him on. And when he's all the way up, I don't know if they'll give him like a full role or if he'll be splitting with Dylan Sampson for the catches. But I think Sampson could have potential flex value even with Judkins in there, depending on how they decide to utilize Judkins.
Yep, I agree.
I would agree on every take there. And to add to what you were saying about the Steelers believing in Calvin Austin, we talked about him earlier. They traded George Pickens.
Yeah.
And think that Calvin Austin can fill that void with DK Metcalf there as well.
I do think, talking about Steelers, that Jonnu Smith could be a sneaky tight end pickup as well.
I agree.
I mean, he's back with Arthur Smith, who was they were together with the Titans, and Jonnu Smith was relevant in fantasy with the Titans. They even used him on an end around for a touchdown. So
we saw that. We were talking about how quick he looked.
I know. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. I'm like, how often does that happen? And then we were watching the Packers game, and they did it with Kraft. Little end around with Kraft. I was like, who does end arounds with tight ends? But okay.
I mean, I don't think his usage is as much as some of the others like Fannin and Juwan, but definitely could be a waiverable week to week tight end.
So while you guys listen to this podcast, some of you are going to be listening to this after the fact of the live. I'm interested in hear what you guys think, and when it comes down to fantasy football, you just never freaking know. You're taking gambles on the waiver wire week in and week out. You're hoping things stick, and it seems like every week there's somebody like, who is that just put up all those points and they're not on anyone's roster. So that's what I love about fantasy. That's why I love talking about it. There's just so much happening and so many possibilities, and that's just what makes it fun to me. I enjoy the hell out of it, and of course I love talking with you guys about it. So
Same.
Yeah, I think
I think the three of us may be sick in the head though, because I noticed in our waiver pickups each of us picked a Browns player.
Did we?
Yeah, Dylan Sampson for you.
Yeah.
Cedric Tillman for Dylan, and Harold Fannin for me.
Well, maybe we're hyped up. I like Joe Flacco. I follow him wherever he goes, man.
There you go.
We'll see how long he lasts. His old self. I don't know that he'll last long, but guys, it was our first week back on live with fantasy football with the boys. Looking forward to the next week.
Hey,
yeah.
You want to bring back something we did last year?
I want to end this soon.
Well,
I'm getting ready to go to dinner.
This won't take long. Touchdown parlay this week. Everybody pick one.
No, I don't have one right now.
Can we do that later in the week?
We can do that and,
Yeah.
and do a quick hitter.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I'm cool with that. All right, guys. We'll let you know when we'll do the next episode. But as always, catch some football, see what you guys think, and we'll talk to you guys next week. I'm Big Sturge,
I'm Justice League.
I'm Justin.
and I guess we're Cheesy Ponies with American Whiskey.
Cheesy
sir.
Ponies hosted by
American
American
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Yeah. All right. Love you guys. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Peace out.